Hello again, everybody. I want to talk to you real quickly, actually, about two things. I want to talk to you about a warning about mass meditations and spiritual warfare that has happened in the world recently, which is an example of why we need to be careful. And then I also want to talk about the Halloween portal meditation that Spirit had me do. Because that actually really helped a lot of my clients when there was this mass attack on the world. So let's start there. Let's start with what happened and the warning that goes along with it. I was waiting to talk about it because I didn't want to alarm people at the time, and I wanted it to get resolved. And I also didn't want to put anybody in danger just in case knowing information about it could draw attention to anybody. So this is what happened. And this is the types of things that happen all the time. It's more likely and worse during October, and particularly Halloween every year, because the veil between the spirit world and the human world thins, and to eventually not being there on Halloween. And this allows spirits to do more in our world to us. I mean, they're always there and present. Like, it's so weird to think about it because, like, they're in the 4D, we're in the 3D. Our consciousness is in the 4D, but that's not exactly the same. So we're always all there, like, interacting, intermingling, like it's like two worlds layered on one. I actually had a client tell me recently that so I knew that her husband passed, who was a twin flame, and he still connects with her. Like, I don't know if I would call him a ghost, but he connects with her from the other side. She has pictures of his spirits with her, around her all the time. They interact astrally a lot, and they communicate. They interact in all ways. And she has started taking classes with a psychic medium who is teaching widows, I believe, and not necessarily widows because they don't have to be married, but teaching people to interact with their loved ones on the other side, with their romantic partners on the other side. And here was the kicker for me. The psychic mediums, I'm just going to be blunt about it, the psychic medium's dead romantic partner, I don't know if I should say spouse or not because I don't know if they were married, dead partner on the other side is teaching the spirits of these other dead people how to connect with their alive partners. And I was like, what? Like, I communicate with descended masters. I try not to communicate with dead people too much because it's different. It's just totally different. I prefer communicating with the ascended masters and the angels and assisting with ascension and the twin flame journey. I choose not to specialize in mediumship with dead people and loved ones and whatnot. So I don't know exactly how all the things like that work. And I was just like, you can even do that? Like, you not only, I mean, I can kind of more so understand that you can do it from this side. I know I totally tangented, but just go with it. But the fact that her dead partner on the other side is basically teaching ghosts how to connect with their loved ones. Like, I was like, what? And then it just kind of hit me one day, like, from the 4D level. So they're ghosts, they're in the 4D, that we're not talking about their 5D and higher selves. We're talking about their 4D versions of themselves that exist in the 4D realm where the other spirits do. So they're just like, they're there with us, you know, that whether they're here in our homes, they're wherever, they're there with us. They're just invisible. And you just have to learn how to be able to communicate. And I was like, I wonder where, like, their meeting place is, like, where they're going for these classes. Like, my mind just, like, went. But anyway, so point being is that the spirit realm's right there. It's intermingled with us, even though we can't see it. And those spirits are there affecting us all the time. And on Halloween And throughout the month of October, a little bit September too, they can do more and more and more. And that can be dangerous as well, because the evil spirits are up to no good, of course. Now, on the plus side, the good spirits can also do more to help. Normally, they can't just like intervene. Like, you have to ask for help. They cannot just intervene unless it's life or death. And even then, it can get complicated too, because of the story that I'm about to tell you. You'll understand what I mean by that. Like, I can tell you in my very severe spiritual warfare case that I had on 3 separate occasions, my practitioner had to use Halloween or October to do major work, like we're talking like exorcisms, because in October or on Halloween, they could invoke the good spirits to help, because it was that dangerous. It was that the demons they were fighting were that powerful that they needed the good spirits to be able to assist. So I have a lot of knowledge and experience with that for that reason, and I take Halloween seriously for that reason as well. That's why, Spirit guided me to do the Halloween protection meditation. So what happened this October is that I don't know who it is, but there was a group of divine feminines from around the world. I believe it was 14 of them, who had decided in October to do these mass meditations. I believe they were thinking collectively, but I'm not sure exactly how they did it. It had to be collectively for the attack to come onto the world and not just them, but the attack didn't automatically come onto every single person, every single twin flame. It was the demons were choosing who they were attacking, even though it was a collective mass meditation that started this. So these divine feminines were doing mass meditations to, I believe it was more than one, because I know that they used the solar eclipse, and they also used either the lunar eclipse or on Halloween itself, or both. And what I like I said, I don't know who it was. I don't know how knowledgeable they are. I say it like that because they also did something really stupid. So that leads me to believe that they're not very knowledgeable. But maybe I'll say how knowledgeable they think they are, and how knowledgeable they are projecting themselves to be publicly, because I assume for what they did that they, are kind of they have a presence online as well. Well, in doing these, I didn't say what it's for. These mass meditations were to heal the divine masculines, okay? They were a group of divine feminines who were focused on healing divine masculines in the Twin Flame Collective. And they ignorantly and stupidly opened a portal to the 8th sphere, which is hell. I mean, hell doesn't exist the way we are taught that it is by religion, but the 8th sphere is a different realm where the demons exist. Humans don't go there, okay? When humans die, they don't go to the 8th sphere. They don't go to that. But that can be considered hell for what we are taught. And that's where, like, all the major demons reside. You can consider that the underworld, I guess. So they opened a portal to the 8th sphere, and it was like opening a door for the demons to come here. Those demons that reside in the 8th sphere, they can't just come and go as they please. Okay, they I don't know 100% how this works, but I'm pretty sure that they have to have like someone, have like a human basically open a portal and invite them. There are demons that exist here, of course. And did you know they reproduce too? Yeah, that's something else I learned in my spiritual warfare journey, that demons can reproduce. Yeah, interesting. Anyway, we'll leave that for another time. Like I said, there's a whole world out there that we can't see, literally just right outside our doors that we can't see, and kind of inside too, unless you have a good protection force field around your home. So I'm going to run out of time now. I'm going to have to continue this story in the next video. But yeah, I will continue by telling you what happened when those divine feminines opened that portal to the 8th sphere, allowing all of these demons into our world. Okay, continuing where I left off, explaining about the mass meditation that these divine feminines did in October with the eclipses and the Halloween. This is what they did. Like I said, this group of, I want to say 14 divine feminines who were doing a mass meditation, mass collective meditation to heal divine masculines in the Twin Flame Collective. They ignorantly opened a portal to the 8th sphere, which is the hell realm where a good portion of demons exist and live. Like, I can tell you that. Did I confirm this? I think I confirmed this. Lucifer is no longer on Earth. He was removed from the planet in 1490. I literally just read this the other day. And this was from my channeling last year. So he was removed off planet in like around 1490. And the demon that was in charge after him, Beelzebub, he was removed off planet at the beginning of this year. Actually, a healer that I work with, Magdalena, and we did that work together. She was conscious. My higher self was assisting, but my higher self was doing it with her because Spirit actually told me that my higher self was of importance in helping. But anyway, so we removed Beelzebub from Earth and from the Vatican where he lived. And he also is off planet now. And I believe that they're both in the 8th sphere. I can't remember right now if I confirmed that they're actually in the 8th sphere, but I know they're not on the Earth anymore. So like I was saying, there are demons on Earth. They reproduce. And there's also a good portion of them that reside in the 8th sphere. And I'm pretty sure that they just come back and forth when a human opens a portal and invokes them, because humans can be stupid sometimes. So these divine feminines opened this portal to the 8th sphere that I don't know what they thought they were doing. I have to assume that they didn't realize, like, they thought they were opening a portal to somewhere else or something else. I believe that their intentions were good in doing this mass healing for divine masculines, but what did they do? They brought a demonic attack on the world, and it was a major, major, major attack. It was probably the most severe attack that I have heard about happening to Earth since I started in my spiritual warfare battles myself. I always had to work with very skilled practitioners in spiritual warfare, and the practitioners who like defeat like the highest level of cases. And out of all the stories that they've told me, this is by far the worst. So God knows how many demons came through this portal and were attacking divine masculines. Those divine feminines who did this in the first place, who did the mass meditation and opened the portal, 13 of their divine masculines were killed. Like that, it happened immediately when those demons came through. The first thing they did was kill their divine masculines. So that tells you right there how bad it was. And then those demons proceeded to go on to attack more divine masculines all over. What I don't know is how they were picking and choosing who they were attacking, because what my practitioner told me was that it wasn't random. There seemed to be something that they were looking for, like certain gifts or, I don't know, prophecies, like missions that they were supposed to, I don't know exactly. But so there was some reason why they were choosing who they were attacking. In order to defeat this attack, like my practitioner that I work with, she works with a team, and they are a sanctuary style spiritual group team that has sanctuaries around the world that hold and maintain their spiritual materials that they work with for clients, and they maintain their work for their clients like permanently, like for the rest of your life into the next life. Like the work that she did for me, she told me that like my descendants will have these protections as well. That's the only permanent protections that you can get, is someone who works in this way. She told me that 4 sanctuary style spiritual groups like hers had to come together in order to close this portal and stop this attack on the world. There was major, major, major funding that was coming from emergency resource centers that that help with things like this, that attacks on the world. And it was a huge deal. I also know, I know of people who are level 2 practitioners, because she's a level 3 for the most severe. And I know of level 2 practitioners who are capable of transmuting demons, like lesser demons. I don't even know how the demons get ranked. But there is actually a hierarchy of demons. So that probably has to do with their rankings in terms of severity. So there's level 3 demons that require like the most experienced practitioners. There's level 2 demons. There's level 1 demons. I can handle level 1 demons. Know two people. I know 2 people personally who can handle level 2 demons, and I actually know of a couple other people who I'm not friends with that can too. And then I know two or 3 practitioners who are level 3 practitioners. So anyway, the level 2 friends that I know of, I know one of them in particular. She, every single night while this attack was happening, she was like, I'm not sure if she was meditating at the time or if she was just seeing it happen in her third eye because it's that open, but she was assisting in defeating the attack, like, taking on whatever demons like appeared in her energy. Not energy centers, but like just where in her energy fields. She was assisting with those, transmuting what she could. She was also helping to protect and heal dragons because the demons were also trying to attack and round up the dragons that are here assisting us. So it was a whole big thing. But they did manage to resolve it and close the portal. Any personal clients that these practitioners had who were affected, they worked with them to fix any problems that arose, and we were trusting spirits to guide anyone else who was attacked and needs assistance. We are expecting spirit to guide them to the right people for help. And actually, if you have felt like you're under attack, feel free to reach out. If I can't handle it myself, I will point you in the right direction of people who can. Like, spirit will tell me who to send you to, because I do have the contacts and resources to help you with that. So yeah, prayer is the perfect example. If this resonates with you, if you feel like you were attacked recently, I can point you in the right direction. But yeah, any clients that we knew of that were attacked, spirit already had them get the help they need, and anybody who did not have that help but was attacked, spirit will guide you to the help that you need. So first I wanted to explain about that attack, what happened, and attach the warning to it and I've heard this before and I didn't know how seriously to take it, but clearly you need to take it seriously. Like, you have to be wary about who you're doing meditations with. Mass meditations can go wrong. It can go wrong if people participating in it are doing things like this, whether it's knowingly or unknowingly. Because like I said, I kind of believe that these feminines did it ignorantly, not realizing what they were doing, and I'm sure they regret it now, since most of their divine masculines were killed, which is horribly tragic. Can you imagine what they're going through? So people participating in these mass meditations, they might not realize what they're doing. I can tell you that the collective healings that I do, I'm the only one who is actually doing the, I don't know if I should say doing the work, but I am guiding and leading it. And anybody who is doing the meditation with me, they're just following along. They're not creating something on their own. They're not opening portals, nothing like that. And I'm not opening portals either. I'm calling on the Ascended Masters, and that's it. But just keep that in mind when you are seeing these mass meditations that people are hosting and doing online. Just be careful, okay? And be aware if it seems like you may be experiencing spiritual warfare or under attack at all. I actually apparently have to do a third video to just finish explaining a little bit more about how the Halloween portal meditation that I did assisted my clients with this, and what else it can do for you if you choose to get it, because it is actually blowing me away, all that it is capable of. Okay, let me wrap this story up. So, we were talking about that mass meditation that was supposed to heal divine masculines, and instead it brought a demonic attack on the planet for all divine masculines, or a good portion of them. So, one of the things that I discovered was that, if you guys recall, Spirit had me do a collective healing on Halloween, for Halloween. And I mean, I was not surprised about this because I know the dangers of Halloween anyway, with how we can be attacked by spirits during that time. So, I thought it was just about that. And the Halloween portal meditation that I did, which is available in my shop as a guided meditation that you can listen to anytime. And actually, well, let me come back to that. So, we created a sphere of protection around ourselves. And then we also worked on extracting negative energy, even negative spirits that we were able to, and even I say loved ones, but I don't mean like in a bad way. I mean like any lost souls that needed help crossing over. We helped them cross over. We extracted negative energy from the planet, and we extracted negative spirits, negative entities as well. Like I said, any that we were able to, all within our sphere of protection, which was like a force field of protection around us. I don't remember all the details now that it's been, almost a month, but that was like the gist of it. That's the most important thing for you to know. So what I discovered since then is that protection meditation actually helped block the attack that happened on the world on my clients who participated in it and did that meditation. It's actually even assisting to block a targeted spiritual warfare attack on one of my clients currently. So what Spirit told me is that it blocks 85% of spiritual warfare attacks. Now, some of you might say 85%, that's it. But if you understand the severity of how bad spiritual attacks can be, you understand why that actually makes sense. The reason why I say this is because I have seen some batshit fucking crazy shit. Like, there are karmic partners who are either partially possessed or fully possessed, being used by the dark, being used by demons to attack divine masculines and to attack divine feminines. And they are doing some like shit that you're like, that's even possible. I mean, I know someone who tried to birth a demon. I know of karmic partners who tried to steal the spiritual DNA of divine feminines, tried to shapeshift and morph into the divine feminine's energy, and to kind of like swap out and become the divine feminine so that the masculine would stay with them instead, which it's like possible but not possible. I don't fully properly know how to explain how it works. So it's not possible for them to swap the energy with the feminine, but they can do dark arts stuff that just mimics the energy that they are siphoning from the divine feminines, and keeps the divine masculine stuck with them. And it's very complex to explain, and I'm not trying to get into all of that right now, but the point is simply that I've seen just alone in what karmic partners can do and can try to do. I've seen karmic partners try to hire and work with dark arts practitioners to bend the energy and change the events of history, events of time, events that have occurred, to change the events that have occurred now, like to try to undo protections that the divine feminines have done. I have seen dark arts practitioners astral travel to past lives and to earlier in the present lifetime in order to like put spells and stuff on divine masculines during time periods where there are not protections around them, to try to make the divine masculine stuck with the karmic partners in that way, because that's how they're getting around protections that divine feminines are doing. So I've just seen, sorry, there's something in my eye. I have seen these karmic partners do batshit crazy stuff. And then that's not even including demonic attacks. Like, I have experienced myself, and I have seen with other people, with practitioners, even as well as clients. I have seen very, very, very severe demonic attacks, targeted demonic attacks that I don't have time to go into all the details, but they're not 100%, I don't know what the right word is. Blockable, protectable. Someone like me, who is a level 1 spiritual warfare practitioner, I can't do a single meditation that is going to provide you with 100% protections from stuff like that. You need a level 3 practitioner who is doing spiritual work that protects you permanently. And usually that they're even going to be destroying those demons for good and putting permanent protections when it's the karmic partner stuff. So that's why 85% makes sense, because someone like me is not going to be able to do anything that's 100% protection. Like I said, if you're dealing with something to that severity, you need a level 3 practitioner, potentially a level 2 practitioner, depending on what it is. But anyway, so like I said, I discovered that this Halloween protection that I did, the guided meditation, it is blocking 85% of spiritual warfare attacks, whether they're random or targeted. So like the client that I currently have who's under attack, it is lessening the severity of the attack because it is partially blocking it. It's not 100% blocking it, but it's partially blocking it. And then like the clients that I have who did that meditation when that mass attack on the world happened, that meditation helped protect them from being affected by the demons that came through from the 8th sphere. So that's one thing that like blew me away about this protection meditation. And then on top of that, I have a client with the most severe case of spiritual warfare that I've seen, at least from a demonic standpoint. She doesn't have the crazy karmic partner crap, but she's under attack by over 100 evil spirits and demons. Some of them are dead people, some of them are demons. But anyway, and her third eye is very open to the extent where she sees and feels everything that they're doing. Like they literally like poke her, they sexually assault her, they do stuff in her house, they send things flying across the room, they slam the door, they apparently now also light things on fire. They do all sorts of things in her house, around her, to her, that she is very much aware of. This protection meditation from Halloween has been blocking the demons from being able to touch her. They can do stuff in the apartment. They can do stuff nearby that she can see, but they are no longer physically able to touch her. She has not been sexually assaulted since. She has not been poked, prodded, kicked, all those types of things. There is blocking them from physically touching her. And she's working on some other methods that are helping to diffuse them a little bit as well while she's working through her spiritual warfare work. But anyway, so this protection meditation is blocking them from being able to physically hurt her. And she has also been using this meditation to do major inner healing work on herself and on her twin and even on their karmic partners and more. Like she is inviting into the sphere of protection. She's inviting in like her inner child, her twin's inner child, like from an age that they had a major trauma, like 3 years old or something like that. She's bringing their 3-year-old inner children into the protection sphere and going through this healing process with the ascended masters and healing their inner children and transmuting the trauma to the light. So like, and she's just slowly, layer by layer, working through all of this inner healing with this. So I've just been completely blown away about how amazing and useful this meditation is to both protect you and to do major inner healing work yourself, like on your own, like without even using a healer. So this, honestly, this meditation is priceless. And Spirit told me you can repeat it every 4 weeks. The protections last for 4 weeks. You can repeat it every 4 weeks indefinitely, and you won't even need to have other healers do protections for you unless you have a more severe case. So it's listed in my shop. It's available for purchase. And honestly, like you can use it in so many amazing ways to help yourself. Like I told you it's priceless. I can't recommend it enough. So I just wanted to let you guys know about that too.